For the next 7 days, I'm going to be playing PalWorld as a complete beginner with no prior experience and no idea of what I am doing. And you might be asking, well, why? Well, you see, for the last 5 years, I've been labeled as the worst gamer in my friend group. So naturally, when I reached out to my friends to play the new PalWorld update, they all had the same reaction. So for the next 7 days, I had one goal. I would join this run to prove one thing, that I was no longer dead weight. Like I said before, I have never played PalWorld, and I am pretty bad at survival games in general. So there was a lot that I was going to have to do. I love how my hair just stays in one animation the whole time. Like I said before, however, I was genuinely experiencing everything for the first time. So as you can imagine, I spent a lot of time doing fucking nothing. And you might ask, well, Lee, what were you wasting so much time on? Well, bro, how the fuck do you mine the rocks? Wait, what am I doing?
Look at this dude.
See, that makes a lot more sense. You see, way before ever logging onto the server, I hatched a plan. Sun Tzu once wrote in The Art of War that supreme warfare is beating the enemy without fighting. And what better way to be superior than to get ahead before anyone else was on? After all, if my goal was to not be dead weight, being ahead of everyone else would allow me to do much more and prove them wrong. But I only had 2 hours before I originally planned meetup time, so I had to hurry. And that all starts with this simple T-fan. Woohoo! All right, right now we need to focus on, oh, there's a chest. I want to just make as many pal fragment or pal balls, whatever the fuck they're called. You see, throughout this video, there are going to be many different kinds of items and things I was going to have to get my hands on because I wanted to accomplish 2 things by the end of this video: to redeem myself from this 5-year-long curse and to get as much as I physically could done before the end of this 7 days. I don't know if I should use all these right now. I'll just make 10, I guess. But before we could even do that, there was a problem we were going to have to solve. After all, in the early stages of PalWorld, you start with nothing. And if I wanted to work my way up to all of the insanely OP stuff later on and impress my friends, I would have to start by getting ahead as quickly as possible. So I moved into early work phases, building a work table, the PAL box, and getting my humble abode started. All right, PAL box is done. Hell yeah. Yeah. Deploy a PAL to work PAL to the base. And a lot of the early progression actually stems from the quest system that the game gives you. Oh, that just puts them in the box. How do I do that? How do I, what? Huh? All right, cool. Quest done. So it looks like the quests give you a lot of XP. I don't really know what the game has to offer yet, but I'm gonna imagine XP is gonna be pretty important. And I was right, because in PalWorld, every single item is tied to an unlockable, where you spend technology points to be able to craft those items. And one of the best ways to get technology points is to explore and level up. Capture a lamb ball. Okay, well, I crafted some spheres, so we can definitely do this. So that's what we did. Let's go, our first PAL! But the reality is that time was ticking. A little over an hour left. There was a lot of work to be done. And PalWorld is one of the most grind-intensive games ever made. Every single thing took forever. So I didn't have a lot of room before glitching got on, but that didn't stop me from fucking up or messing around. I just miss.
Oh yeah.
The weakest pal. Actually, that would be you. Holy shit. What's up, dude? Are you aggressive? I'm gonna leave you alone. I don't think I can do it. Oh. Holy shit. But after completing the previous quest, it prompted me to finally make some armor. After all, I spent all this time, and it wasn't a good idea to leave me like that around these pals. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Uses it like a box. But some of this stuff takes forever.
Oh, my clothes are done. Wow, I'm looking pretty snazzy.
Now, do the same to equip a common shield. Okay. With that said, though, I was making progress, and we still had time before glitching would get online. So after unlocking the common shield and common glider through the technology tree, I quickly farmed for those items. I don't exactly know what I'm supposed to be working up to, but once completed, I'd finally be able to explore safely. I had to be cautious after all. Any deaths would be a huge setback. In fact, use quite a lot of stamina. You can cancel it though, so that's good at least. And now that we had a common shield and a parachute, it was a good idea to start completing more of the quests in the top right, which made our goal the small settlement. So as I made my way to the next quest area, I would make progress by catching pals I found as I went and talking to any NPCs I could find. But the early game was absolutely super dependable one. What is this? A Lift Monk Effigy. 4% chance to catch him. Do I get it? With a map as big as PalWorld, the normal walking speed was absolutely horrible. And I needed to get my hands on a way to get around quicker. Oh well, keep making our way this way. Dude, this shit is genuinely like Genshin though, where you're just like running around a lot. Is there cars? Is there a way to make this quicker? which was one of the goals we were going to have to complete before my friend got online. With only 1 hour left on the timer, I had my sights set on a alpaca, which to my knowledge at least was the fastest mount you could get at the time. I obviously didn't know this, however. I just saw a PAL I hadn't seen before and grabbed him. But before I can unlock the alpaca saddle, I would need to complete this quest first. You see, this specific quest would lead us to an unlockable called the PAL gear bench. Unlike in other crafting games where you just make a mount saddle, in PalWorld you had to unlock and then craft the corresponding PAL's saddle. Okay. Talk to the village chief. What's up, bro? So, after completing the quest that was already there, I made my way back home to craft the PAL gear required. But, like I said before, every single item and every single action in this game requires effort and a grind. And we were running out of time. Unlock the Foxsparks harness technology to craft it at a PAL gear workbench. So it was pretty painful when this quest prompted us to go out and search for flame organs. Even if we got the alpaca saddle now, because the quest system ties you to a set path, it would be impossible to move on without doing the Foxsparks harness quest first. So I set out. Where the fuck are these fire things, man? Bitch!
Wow, I got the organs. Oh yeah!
I finally made it in time for my friend to get on and just barely beat the timer. It was do or die.
Sick, he's getting on now.
Skipping this fucking cutscene, bro. I need to play the game.
Yeah, I'll come get you in a second. But yeah, we're currently on day 3 and finally getting my friend in here. Say hi, Uptake!
Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello.
We're both experiencing the game for the first time.
Oh, me.
But there was yet another problem. Although I was able to get on early and get ahead of Glitchin, one of my other friends who would be joining was Boopasnoop. Not only did he play the game before, but he was much better at games like this, and I knew it would be much harder to prove him wrong. So I began my battle of wits, brainwashing Glitchin into helping me progress further before Boop would get on. The only problem that I didn't account for, however, is just how useless Glitchin would be.
Hey, quit that!
Can you press F on this? In fact, Glitchin was low-key sabotaging me.
Wow. There's enough opens the chest. Takes the stone.
Okay, dude. I'm gonna lock this. You can't take my shit again.
I already got your stone, bro. What you gonna do? Chirp, 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 Sahara.
Alright, come on, fucking However, while Glitchin farmed in the background, I focused on getting my quest done to continue progressing. It had already been 2 hours so far, and I had barely gotten anything done. And I knew that Boop was going to be the hardest to impress. So I had to start acting alone. If I wanted to impress Boopasnoop and continue to impress Glitchin, I was going to have to stay ahead. And I figured the best way to do that was to beat the first boss without either of their help. This way, I'd solidify myself as the carry and finally break the 5-year-long curse. However, things clearly would not go that way. 12,000 health? The fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah, like I can't win this. Yeah, I'm just... Yo, get me out. My alpaca fucking died too. God damn it. Just kill me. I messed up. I got overconfident and made the stupid choice of trying to beat the boss while undergeared, underleveled, and unconfident. Dropped items in inventory. Bro. While I couldn't achieve the goal I wanted to do originally, that didn't necessarily mean it was over. If I get a base going, that'd be cool. There was still plenty of things I could do to prove my worth. One of which was a base. Coincidentally, this would be one of the goals on our list, and it would also allow me to level at the same time. And I knew with Boop getting on soon, I would be able to hatch a plan. If I could set up a base, beat the boss by myself, and get ahead of both of them before they could even react, he would 100% acknowledge the fact that I was low-key carrying. However, there was one thing that I didn't calculate into this plan, just how shit I was. Okay, my alpaca low-key getting shit on. Why does he do so much fucking damage? He has auto-aim. I can't dodge it. Wait, do I just sit behind a tree? Yeah. Wait, tree tech? No! Oh! he... Oh!
You're so shit on. You're so shit on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Oh, I killed him. I didn't mean to kill you. I meant to be.
Yo!
Oh, you're so shit.
Come get my reboot car, bruh.
Where are you?
Don't worry, this wasn't the only time. While hanging in the Discord
and
and screen sharing, I'd make yet another embarrassing mistake.
There we go.
Oh!
Yo.
fucking drowns. Can't even climb up. Yo. Dude.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
What the fuck?
No.
It wouldn't let me climb up. That shit not fair. And because Gluten saw this, it changed things. I was just proving that I was the deadweight I always seemed to be.
Where am I?
Things just weren't looking good. While farming, I died not once, but twice. And to make matters worse, after finishing up some farming and logging off for the night, on day 2, the very thing I was afraid of happened. Brother, I played the game 4 hours and I'm still at Stone Tools.
You're back.
Oh, wait, you're horrible.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of the video.
It's not that hard.
It is.
What are we saying? I'm learning the game with knowing nothing. But this honestly determined me more. I had to prove them wrong. So I hatched another plan, this time much carefully in hopes that I wouldn't screw up again. In the meantime, however, I was at the base creating items that would allow me to progress quicker. But while I was, something
Holy
happened.
freaking clutch. Oh, never mind.
You're so dumb. Just use it for free at the ground.
What is happening?
Wait, Lee,
Help me.
teleport to the settlement. Teleport
This
to the
time,
settlement.
I was actually put in a position where I could plant the seeds for a
breaths.
greater outcome.
Deep breath, Zapte.
Oh, wait. I actually shouldn't be bringing. I'm actually gonna die in real.
But the reality was, there was still a lot of work that had to be done. So far, I had gotten my hands on all of the starter equipment available from the crafting table. I was already making a lot of progress.
Get better chest.
We gotta get higher level. Yeah. No, there's like metal fucking shit later. Yeah, there's metal chests at level 13, and then like near the end or like further in, there's like cabinets, metal cabinets, and they're fucking huge.
I got epic armor schematic and a dog coin.
You got Dogecoin?
So after establishing the goal of chests, Boop would also bring up another point.
Lee, we need to make a furnace to get better tools. Have you gotten metal tools yet, or are you still on stone? So you know this.
But
big,
just
like,
after level 10, you unlock the furnace. This would be a huge step forward, unlocking our access to even better tools, armor, and items.
or Sahor.
But in order to craft it, I would need flame organs, wood, and stone. So naturally, I got to work. I explored parts of the map where flame organs were common and collected what I could. Before long, I also managed to get my hands on the stone and wood needed to make it.
To start building our house.
Gotcha.
Well, can we like pick a different spot? So we could get like a giant like set. They have a bunch of these like flat ass. There's one spot that I would.
The fast travel.
However, after working on the starter base for a while, we would start running out of
Just more
space.
room. I'm so serious when I say this. You want a giant fucking space. The bases get so tight in your end game.
Just the way I
And,
like
You
it.
can make.
I can get behind that.
And in PalWorld, pretty much every single form of progression is tied to some kind of building or workspace. So the later you go into the end game, the more space you need. So we moved over to the next requirement for surviving the 7 days, expanding our base. I set out on my journey to find a proper spot to use. Since I knew absolutely nothing about the game, however, I wasn't exactly sure of what a good spot would even be.
Oh my god, there's so.
And a lot of my time was spent exploring different parts of the map. Right now I'm looking for a place to put it. I want to try that over there. Building a base in the desert wasn't really possible because they had a lot of high-level pals, and the fact that it had no trees also made it a bit unattractive. Mountains were also a no-go because they often had a lot of annoying terrain, and traversing them would be quite annoying in the early game. On top of the fact that we would have to travel quite far for paldium, which usually spawned near water or on coasts. To make matters worse, the later you get into the game, the more ore you need. Hundreds upon hundreds of ingots required to craft even the simplest workstations. So if we couldn't find a spot that had a lot of easily accessible ore, it was going to be rough. This meant that our best bet would be to find somewhere close to ore deposits, paldium, and was easily traversable. And these 3 criteria made it way harder than you would imagine. But eventually I would stumble across this area.
Chills.
How funny would it be if we built our house up there?
Yeah, we doing that.
The Dirac.
Dirac.
Hey Lee, we should build in a bigger area for more space.
Wait, but if we built the house there, our house has a penis.
Yeah.
This area was perfect, with easy access to paldium trees or in a teleport. It could not be better.
Yeah.
So after moving our guild base with a pal box, we got to work. Well, I got to work. This base was going to need quite a few things. Specifically, we would need enough room for late game items, as it gets pretty full pretty quick. So I focused on having a spacious downstairs, before I would work my way upstairs, which we'd keep open until later on. Then storage would also become a problem fast. We focused on keeping enough room for all of the workbenches, chests, and some fun little rooms for each of us to have. But as you might be able to guess, this took a shit ton of wood and even more time. So we got a little bored. Give me wood, pussy. Why are you making a sign? Whatever, man. He's the type of boy. But as we continued building the base, we need to make sure we had the basic things we would need in order to proceed. That being a crafting table, PAL workbench, sphere crafting stations, and plenty of storage. For now, however, we just needed the bare bones, which is exactly what we went for.
Yes.
Oh!
What did you do, bro?
Nothing.
Fucking wood break sound effect. Oh!
But on day 3 is where the real magic would happen, because we'd finally make progress on the story, and something pretty amazing would happen that would make me feel way better about my previous mess-ups.
Yeah, not that dipshit.
Here we go.
It's time to fuck shit up! I'm like, no, I'm watching this.
I'm doubting as fuck.
Fully tough.
Oh my god. She's so fucking hot.
She's 16,
Like-
noob.
She looks like 13.
During the fight, I wasn't doing very good. I felt like I was doing horrible, but then Boopa Snoop actually complimented me.
Call back for
Wait,
shit.
you got
bro,
your
you know
own
that.
Wispa guy? Awesome.
This whole time, he had been so focused on getting ahead and knew way more about the game than I did. But I was still ahead of him in levels, and he even complimented
Oh my God,
my
dodge the
creature,
fuck out of that.
which,
Oh my
if
God.
you knew
Oh
anything
my God, shit
about
on.
him, was super out of character. So this felt really good, and made me have hope that I was finally proving myself. Is that my wish ball that died, or yours?
Oh my god. It's okay, Chinese clutch.
Boom!
Fuck him up! Yeah!
We did it, guys!
We did it! We did it!
We got the key sphere!
Yeah!
Oh my god.
And
we're
although I
so
wasn't
high.
able to beat the tower before they could get on fully, at the end of the day, I achieved 2 things this time around. Not only did I help Glitchin and also impress them at the start, but Boop also acknowledged me. I had already achieved a lot of the progress that I wanted to, but the reality was I still wanted to play all 7 days and go even further. And since each boss is usually about 10 levels apart, it was pretty obvious what the next goal was. Level 20. You see, like mentioned before, every single unlockable is tied to your level and technology points. So the further you go into PalWorld, the more complex the leveling requirements get. XP becomes a serious problem later on, especially since we could not unlock things without leveling up. So with our sights set on level 20 to fight the boss, there were actually many goals before that we would have to complete in the meantime. You see, we already unlocked the furnace at level 10, which gave us access to iron ingots, and the ingots obviously gave us access to better tools like the metal pickaxe and axe, unlocked at level 11. This was huge for us because it would increase our work speed tremendously. I would use this time to expand the base with the chest we unlocked at level 13 and craft the better armor unlocked at level 12. After all, if I wanted to prove that I wasn't dead weight, if I had the better items, it would be much easier to actually carry and maintain my role as the strongest. But in the meantime, I still needed to clear a few levels for the unlockables ahead of us.
Awesome.
Got him. That's a fucking...
Yeah,
I want him.
I'm like throwing him.
I want him. No!
It is.
Game help you fail. Oh my god. Yo, he just fucking took off.
Gone. What the fuck?
Right? Oh my god.
Yep. He's weird.
Oh my god. Yo, he's so fucking fast. But Boop being out greedily farming actually kind of worked out for us, because he would eventually discover a sword blueprint. I didn't quite know this at the time, but the sword was an item you didn't unlock until almost level 30. So when I saw it in the crafting menu, I was shocked at how much damage this shit did. So obviously with my goal being to get ahead, I started making it right away. But obviously this didn't come without a trade-off. Because it was an item you couldn't get until much later, our early game stats made it near impossible to craft it quickly, and we wasted a lot of time crafting it. And to no surprise to anyone, Boop was unwilling to help.
Guessing how Boop's not helping with the table when he's back.
Hold on, I have to fucking do this first.
I'll fucking come back, help with 5% of it. Don't fucking do that.
Hey, you love me.
Fucking hate you,
Do
Do not. Oh, I got it.
Perhaps I got it.
Now that I had the sword, I wanted to finish building the base and push for some levels. So we had been on quite a while already, and this day was about to end. But since we got the chests at level 13, we'd focused on expanding our storage system and smoothing out a lot of the issues we were currently facing.
Of the universe inside of me, help me beat the shit out of my ego, please.
But after a lot of building and working, I would eventually log off on day 3. But not without a plan. Bro, it is currently fucking like 4 a.m. in real life. So today, I think our new goal, chill. I think our new goal is gonna be to focus on leveling up to upgrade my stats and just getting like pals and stuff that I don't have. I have pretty good equipment, I think. Like, this sword is busted. Like, I could just focus on getting more pals and stuff since I have mega spheres and just expanding on that. Yeah, I think overall that would be like the good choice here. I wanted to be sure I could be ready for the boss fight before anyone else and farm the levels I needed to unlock the stuff that unlocks on the tree. Specifically, the better movement options that the game had to offer. And conveniently enough, Glitchin was usually helping me, Faith was often just crafting, and Boop was selfishly exploring around the map. This gave me the opportunity to stay ahead, and I could also use this time to help everyone out by expanding even more on our farm. So before fully bunkering down to craft all of the items, which I'll get to in a minute, I was focused on expanding our farm and leveling up. But the leveling was really becoming a problem. It just took forever. For now though, I decided to use the extra time I had to try and get ahead. With the bosses and pals only getting harder to beat as we progressed, I would need to get better armor and a shield. Thankfully, at level 16, we would unlock the mega shield. This was a huge upgrade from the common shield and wasn't that hard to craft. Additionally, because we had found defense pendant blueprints while out farming, we could easily craft that as well. These 2 items alone would already be a huge boost in defense. But a little later on, we'd have to make our way into the fire mountains, and I wanted to be ready for that. So I also added heat-resistant metal armor and a flying mount on to be safe. But the most important item would be our mobility. At level 20, we would unlock the Elfidrian saddle, which was the first flying mount I could get my hands on. And oh boy, were we going to absolutely need that no matter what. Just in case though, we'd also get our hands on the Mega Glider too. But again, I heavily underestimated how long things would take to craft. Just the 8 levels I grinded took so long. Okay, so next is 1300. We get about 100 per kill. Come on, this guy, I don't have one yet. Get him. So a lot of day 4 and 5 was me just simply farming and waiting for my friends to actually be ready to fight the boss as well. But by level 18, I was frustrated with how long it was taking. But on day 5, my goal was to farm the items I needed for all of the stuff I was currently focused on getting. Lock picking tool, we should get that. Okay, what do we, I want to Mega shield and palladium and ingots. So our goals is mega shield. I have a normal parachute now. A defense pendant, belt armor, heat resistant metal armor. Since we spent most of yesterday leveling in order to get up to these items, we were finally able to start. Okay, so Mega Shield, Defense Pendant, Attack Support Whistle, Heat Resistant Metal Armor, Elfirian Saddle, and Mega Glider is what I need right now. To break that down into even simpler terms, I'm going to need level 20, I think, as well as a shit ton of iron and other things. So we're kind of just in our farming phase now. So cue the montage! Woohoo! Yeah, this game is achieved. And our first goal on this list for farming would be Paldium, since both the shield and the glider required it, and you could never have enough pals for it. Thankfully, Paldium's pretty easy to get, since most of the time it spawns near coasts or on shore. So I made my way to the river next to where our base was, and went around the map farming little parts of Paldium that I could find. Alright, cool. All that's left is Defense Pendant, Attack Support Whistle, Heat Resistant Metal Armor, and Elfirian Saddle, if I remember correctly. However, the Defense Pendant, Crossbow, and Metal Armor all took a lot of iron, which, as you could guess, took a lot of ore mining. But one of the resources I didn't account for was Ancient Civilization parts, which you had to farm from bosses. And so far, we were making steady progress. We were very close to completing each of the items on our current list. But what I didn't account for after mining all of that ore was the fact that we all had a shared resource. So upon getting back to the base, this happened.
Somebody help.
Wait, Faith, you just used all my fucking ingot I was saving for the... Oh my god. I offline mined that, by the way. It just killed me. So I decided to make a private chats for myself. Having to farm the iron ingots again was a bit of a setback, but I was already doing amazing. Yes, I can finally make the defense pendant. Oh my fucking god. And with that, we made the pendant, glider, and shield. You handle the world, get out of the kitchen. All that was left was the saddle and metal armor, and since we didn't actually need the armor or flying saddle yet, I proposed we go beat the level 20 boss first.
Yeah. So we should all do it together for the quest.
Which
Are we
is
ready,
exactly
chat?
what we did.
Okay, I think we're all ready.
We're all in.
It's time for the boss. Throw out you guys. Shooter. Yeah.
Moved around so much.
I wish there was like ranking thing.
Good progress. Oh my god. Just a little bit left.
He's so cool.
Oh my god, guys, now we're so close. Come on. Just 1,000 health left. Bang! We did it.
Yay, we fucking yay! We were already 2 bosses into the game. And so far, I was absolutely making myself
level
look
17
useful.
now.
I was finally on my way to break this 5-year curse. The more I played, the more I finally got good at this game. Comparing from where I started to now, I was a different beast entirely. And since I had hit level 20 already, I could finally get the flying pal saddle. I would need this for exploring the next area where the next boss was. After all, it was just a giant mountain with insane heat levels.
Hey, you Joe?
You wanna happen to let the Barts out.
Why did you have such a good Quagmire impression? No, Lee.
However, that was a problem. It had insane heat levels. We still needed the heat-resistant metal armor. This required flame organs, cloth, leather, and ingots, all of which was pretty easy. Leather dropped from pals, cloth was made from wool, and organs I could farm or get from the shopkeeper in the small settlement. How do you make cloth? Is it wool?
We have like 400 wool at the base. You could easily make it.
And after completing each of those many requirements, I finally made my way over to the Equal Fire area, where I needed to get a lot of my quests done. So I made my way to the shore where the quest was, unlocked the tower, and accepted it. Okay. Talk to him. Where I would eventually quickly make rounds around the fire area to explore, get some waypoints, and be somewhat prepared for when we'd actually go fight him. But by now, I'm sure it's obvious that PalWorld is an insanely grindy game. I mean, at this point, we had probably already played around 20 hours. Maybe I'm just shit, I don't know. But I sure as hell was feeling it. At this point, to get from level 20 to level 30 would take probably 2 to 3 times longer than before. So if I didn't want to die of old age before getting even slightly close to beating this challenge, I was going to have to hatch a plan. But I wouldn't actually do that until day 6. So on day 6, we began the biggest XP overhaul we would ever have to do. Look at me.
What are you doing? Did you take all the ingots out, man?
You see, in PalWorld, there's something known as a first catch bonus, which, as you might be able to guess, is an XP bonus given to you for the first 5 pals you catch of each pal type. Additionally, finding towers and exploring new biomes gives you a lot of XP. And this is what our new strategy would revolve around. Why are you opening? For now, though, I started back in the beginning areas with the goal of catching the first 5 pals of each species of up to roughly level 10 pals, where I went and cleared bosses after that. Even though these pals were way lower of a level, the bonus XP still made it worth, since they were very easy to catch. Whereas if I were to catch pals closer to my level, I would lose a lot more health and have a lot more downtime. But these beginner pals still gave anywhere from 500 to up to 1,000 or 2,000 per catch, so it was still worth it. The journey, however, was a grueling one. Criminal activity spotted. Oh shit! Capture rate 0.22. Do I get those? Criminal now, it's fine. It's level 40. Probably shouldn't fuck with this.
What is that noise? What is happening outside?
Oh, the fucking the
rifleman's
chased me.
Lee, don't let our guys die. They're level 40.
I didn't think they would chase me.
Oh my god,
You're getting fucking launched.
Is dead.
We actually, oh my
2 of our
God.
guys through 4 of our guys dead.
Bro, I didn't know. I caught him.
Oh, thank you do.
Yeah.
Are you dumb?
I didn't
my-
know it was a criminal activity.
It says criminal activity in giant text on the top of your screen when you do it, man.
Does it?
No, Lar.
That's true. When does the wanted go away, bro?
I'm upset. Yo, Anthony's got some fucking slave now just hitting me with that.
He ran up in our
Make
crib.
mine.
Now he got punished. He thought it worked for us. Level 1 everything except gathering. I'm gonna butcher him. Butcher him! Of course, we were still making a lot of progress. This entire journey wasn't useless though, because I eventually found out that the bosses give
think I'm
way
flying
more
towards the
XP
boss,
than
like-
anything else so far. Like, literally 10 times more. So, as we made our way towards popular boss spots, we got more waypoints.
Yeah, low key, I'm in the middle of the ocean.
Yo, are you fucking dumb?
I didn't mean to do that. What the wait, why'd that guy die?
Because you killed him. What do you mean, why'd that guy die?
No.
You shot him with a flamethrower.
Where's the desert? Are we going over there?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the desert. I'm
Nobody
just
even cares
checking
I'm
out the rest
dead.
of this island.
I don't know what I can do
So
about
I made
that.
my way around the map again, which genuinely made things 100 times quicker. And before I knew it, I was ready to fight the
I use
boss.
Pexo like
I started unlocking a bunch of
So
stuff in the
cool.
technology tree from levels 20 to 30 and preparing to go fight the next boss. After this next boss, we'd unlock a pretty good weapon called the musket.
Leap peep.
I want to see.
Throw it up.
Oh, cool. Oh, wait, her animations are hype.
No, she's sick.
Okay, wait, the musket has 1800 attack. What the fuck? Honestly, though, it was pretty slow, but the damage was good for now until we could get our hands on a better gun, which was actually one of the goals we'd have to complete before day 7, because our ultimate goal was to beat boss 4. With it taking a lot of iron, though, I would have to take some time to farm it. But this is what I was talking about much earlier when we were looking for the base and about how much effort it takes and how much iron you need. I kind of picked the perfect spot, and even Boop and Glitch had agreed. So far, I felt as though I had carried this run. I had done most of the base building, most of the farming, constantly help others out, and it was showing. With us now nearing day 7, I felt as though I had proved myself a lot, but I had to make one final push and genuinely prove once and for all that I was no longer the friend to be carried. But first was
Feels
the
the
problem
pain.
in front of us.
You got
Boss
blue eyes.
number 3.
White man.
That's just light working for beasts like us.
1 HP already, you guys.
Pass at him.
Don't be filming me, bro. Ow, 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 ow. Let me out. I can't get out. Got a big ass man. Banana.
Yeah, the switch to sword makes it look cooler. Bitch! Bitch! Bitch!
Yeah, one shot.
Come up.
Only 8k left. Come on. We
Yeah.
can do it.
Haktua! He's dead.
Hawk to it.
Yes. We did it, guys!
The keys here of Slaw.
We're almost halfway through the game.
You got me jumping like boom
Shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka.
And after beating the boss on the end of day 6, I logged off with a
God,
thought
we
in the
all
back of
saying
my
this.
mind.
Just say
Ooh,
on
what happens if I
Troy.
jump in this volcano?
Rainbows and puppies.
No.
So at the start of day 7 began what would probably be the longest and hardest grind yet. With us beating boss 3, we finally unlocked arguably the biggest progressional piece in the entire game, access to electricity and electric-based workbenches. You see, at this point, the old crafting tables and furnaces just weren't cutting it. So with us finally unlocking the electricity tower and multiple different workbench upgrades, I was already ahead and had enough time to work on the base. When you pick up the cat, she like perches on your arm. And since the next boss up was level 40, it would take quite a while to reach that. So after crafting the Univolt saddle, I would get to work, mining ores from the mountains, getting a lot of ore and making enough runs to have quite a bit of iron. So that way I wouldn't have to worry too much about it later. If anybody has 17 ingot in their inventory, if you can give that to me now, I can make the electricity. But the most time-consuming part was smelting the iron I mined and making sure I had enough for the upgrade. But that was fine for now because one of the items we were working up to would help solve this issue. Sideways. Wait, no, come here. Don't leave. You are sideways for me. Is that normal?
Is this guy sideways?
No.
Am I sideways if I do this?
Yes. But this was only one of the
Supers.
many items we would need to get the things we would need to beat boss
here.
4,
I don't know.
which was my final goal for this challenge. We had already been playing for, I believe, 25 hours at this point. And since this was the final stretch, there were multiple items I'd have to get my hands on. At level 29, we unlocked the Giga Shield, which yet again would upgrade our shield amount immensely. And at level 30, we unlocked the Meow Mirror, which was a Terraria collab item, which was pretty fucking good, since it was a ranged sword that could hit multiple times, and it would be my goal to get that. Simply put, if I wanted to be useful in boss 4 and finally prove I wasn't dead weight, I wanted to be as prepared as possible.
Does extremely less damage than the sword, though.
Well, but the Meow Mirror's range and the sword isn't. But as you might be able to imagine, all of this farming was taking far too long with our current layout. Regardless though, at level 31, we unlocked cryogenic coolant, which we could use to make the improved furnace, which would unlock at player level 34. But the progression was tied to levels, so it made the grind very tedious. Though, yet again, our focus shifted over to leveling so that we could make those things. I started out by making cold resistant armor and used a blueprint for the thermal undershirt so I could explore these super cold areas and level up over there.
What's the timer made next to food?
While I was headed that way, I completed the quest for the next part of the story. After all, it was free XP, and there was actually a location over here that would be very useful for us. Additionally, all of the pals in this area were much higher level, so it would be worth farming over there. While I was over here though, we actually found something pretty fucking useful. Not only did this guy have Segment, he also had Gildra, who had an insanely powerful attack that I thought could be useful for the next boss. So after leveling a bit more, I made my way back to the base to create all of the items I would need moving forward.
Yo, she's crazy.
So does this thing like just make it quicker, or is it just still slow? But when I came back and started organizing the base chests, we had a legendary blueprint for a makeshift handgun in the chest. It did so much damage because it was a legendary, and we were finally getting close. With me focused on getting all the best equipment, I would surely perform the best in the final boss fight and prove my friends wrong, breaking the curse forever. Oh my god! So with a bit more leveling, I unlocked the upgraded furnace and started making coolant, which required ice organs. Need more ice organs. That'll go buy to the guy. I'm gonna go Thankfully, I knew the settlement had guys who sold different materials, so I headed to the settlement to buy them over there.
Well, no, but this is in the same
What am I
area.
stuck in?
So.
Did I just fall through the map?
I have 3 coolant I can give you. So
I
you
just
only
fell
need
through
2.
the map. I'm dying and I can't hit escape. What is happening?
Uh,
Hello? God? With the improved furnace, we unlocked the upgraded ingot, which also gave us access to the upgraded pick and upgraded axe. And at this point, we all figured we were ready. Since I spent most of my time getting ahead, nobody else could really compare to me. I was also ready.
We given stack meta penis, not gonna lie.
What?
Need that. It was really feeling like I was currently carrying this run. So we all decided we'd try to beat the boss, but that wouldn't go as planned. He's a PDF officer, don't do that.
Hold on, I'm itching my ankle.
I'll say. That's when you lock in, bro. We need to come
my
quick. We
fucking
need to come
word,
quicker. It'll be a really close fight. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time. I'm diving a water gas. Doesn't bring any of my water guys to the fight with the boss.
Yeah, we don't even got a pack yet. Like, did you take that out of the base?
Yeah, we lost.
That's true.
Well, it's not as...
It's a
We failed the boss fight. We attempted it much too early, it seemed. With everyone else being way too low of a level and having way worse equipment than me, it was going to be very difficult to beat this boss. And both Faith and Boop ended up having to go after this. But where they saw failure, I saw an opportunity. So I hatched the final plan. The great boss heist. If I could beat this boss without those two, I could prove that I was no longer deadweight. And since Glitchin was kind of just messing around most of the time, they were so many levels below me. There was no way they could say I was carrying. So I had to pull this off. It was now or never. I shifted over into the final farming phase of catching bosses and beating bosses for XP as I traveled around the map. I had to hurry before my friends got on. But after all, they wouldn't be offline forever. And this was the final day. It was day 7. I had to make something happen. But I had a plan. You see, there's a certain pal you can get that would be very useful for this final fight. The Azure Robe. Earlier in the run, while I was helping Faith farm for XP, I came across the Azure Robe, and they told me that one of its traits was you could get on it, and it would actually turn all of your attacks into water. And since the boss 4 was fire type, this meant every attack from my weapons would do double damage. So even if I was under leveled, I could still pull this off. So I got to work, making my way through the world yet again, leveling up, getting resources for spheres, and making sure I was absolutely set. Since we had such an OP gun, it would be really good for the fire boss we'd be fighting in the PIDF tower. Theoretically, because it's water on fire. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go fuck this guy. Right. Ready?
I'm ready.
Shoot him in his little head. Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We're about to
that's
do it,
not-
guys! Oh. Yes!
Come on. You got
Yes!
this. Bang! We did it.
We didn't need them. But we messed up.
Wait.
So we did the actual one. Listen,
Yeah.
we're fucking stupid. This is the wrong boss tower.
That's good, bro. It's time to
This guy
And
has
seconds
100K.
into the fight, I would pay the price.
You good?
Wait, my water guy's almost dead already. Can you pull aggro so I can actually get on the Azeroth? Like, my Azeroth's already almost dead.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
know.
it's gonna be close as fuck.
Is there any
We'll
limit?
have enough time. Oh, he's kind of tanky.
That's 'cause
Oh,
water,
wow, that's me
guy's
taking a
fire.
trillion
He's taking
damage.
half
Holy
damage, that's
fuck.
why.
Yeah. He's about to die, that's not good.
Holy shit, I just did 500 damage to his head. Yo, let me out! Let me out! That's rope's 1 HP.
Oh no.
What the fuck? Yo, Sekman just did 3,000 damage to him. Holy shit!
Nice.
She might
fucking shit
actually
up.
do this.
Oh no. Appreciate it. He only has 30k health. You can, yeah. Come on. Yeah, no, we got this. No, we got
Ah! 200 health!
it. Oh, fuck. Maybe we don't. Wait. Come on. Get him! Go! Come on, die!
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
yes!
We did it! Dude, okay.
We're too good at this game.
We're level 38. I just want to point this out since we just beat the boss. It took us, I'm looking at Steam right now, 31.9 hours to do this. Like,
We are too talented. We are too talented.
And with that, I finally got my friends to recognize me. And we got this far in just 7 days as a beginner on completely normal settings and came out on top. I know the story was kind of corny, but if you guys enjoyed, smash that like and subscribe. Trying my best here. Don't judge too hard. But yeah, they were kind of mad that I did it without them, so yeah.